The first card you have, oh, also if you hear some noises outside, there are people outside, but what else is new? Yes, you have the Three of Swords, unfortunately. So yeah, this card is obviously about heartbreak. It can be about hurtful words. It can be about breakups, third parties, all of that kind of horrible thing. So I'm seeing a sort of a third party, but it's not in the usual kind of way, the usual kind of third party that you think of. You know, it's not someone playing around with someone else. I think, you know, it is someone outside of your relationship, but this is someone who maybe doesn't approve of you being together or something like that. You know, it's something like that. It's someone who doesn't like you being together. It's something like that. That's the feeling I'm getting. I'm not seeing them saying anything to you directly. They could be doing things that are quite subtle to kind of let you know without actually saying anything that you're not welcome or they don't like you or approve of you. It's not you. I think it's just this person's funny idea and they don't approve of you being together. I don't know why that is. So whoever this is, they might have tried to take up a lot of your partner's time, maybe, and I'm seeing some exclusion as well. So maybe they were trying to exclude you in some way, which is really horrible. And yeah, this could be a family member. This could be someone, a member of your partner's family. So it might be a parent or someone like that. And, you know, I think you were able to cope with this, even though it was obviously something that you didn't want to have to cope with. Who does? But, you know, if this resonates and you're still going through this, I think the only way you're going to be able to keep on coping with this is if you have your partner's support or more of their support. Now, I think you do have some of their support, but they might not realize how much you actually need, and they might not realize how important it is to you. And, you know, I'm getting this feeling that they do understand that to a certain extent, but maybe they might need some reminding of this. So try not to kind of put them in the middle of arguments. I don't think you'd mean to do that, but I'm just getting this feeling that they might end up feeling like that. They don't want to be kind of stuck in the middle, and nobody wants to anyway, and I don't think you want them to be. But just tell them that you need their support, and you don't want to feel alone in this. And it's not that they should choose one person or the other. That's not what you're trying to tell them to do. It's just that if they're your partner, they should support you. Now, I think they do already. I've seen that already, that they do already support you. But I think they need to support you even more. And things like, I think they just need to stand up for you, not yell and scream at the person. But I think, for example, if they say, well, we're all going out to dinner and without this person, this Taurus person, and, your partner says, well, I think we should invite Taurus person because, she's my partner or he's my partner. And, then if the person, just in a nice way, in a polite way, and then if the person says, oh, no, I don't want to invite them, or they kind of say subtle things like, oh, well, maybe they probably won't like this kind of food. That's the kind of sneaky thing they're doing. And then you need them to stand up and say, oh, I think they will actually. And I think, it's a good idea to invite them anyway, because there's always something they can have. They can have a salad or something. So, you need someone to show support for you, to show them show this person that they are your partner and you are with them. That doesn't mean standing up and screaming and yelling or getting angry or causing fights or any of that thing. It just means being polite and being firm that they are standing beside you. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your past is the Chariot. So yeah, I'm seeing you, I think you're very, very busy at this time. I think, you had a lot of work to do. You had a lot of work to finish. And I think this might have been finishing up everything before you were able to kind of take a holiday break or a Christmas break. And you might have been using this work in a way, this kind of busyness, as a bit of a mask emotionally to sort of hide how hurtful this exclusion actually was. Maybe you were trying not to kind of show how hurt you actually were on the outside. You might have been hiding it a bit, but it did really, really hurt. It really did hurt. I mean, when you have the Three of Swords, it's something very painful. There's no getting away from that. That's what that means. And the Chariot is totally surrounding this man like a box in this card. It's like it's a barrier. He has a barrier around him from the outside world. And of course, it's a good thing to set up boundaries between you and anyone who wants to hurt you or exclude you. Of course, I can understand why you want to do that. But again, make sure this barrier doesn't extend to your partner. Let them know that you need them and you need their support. Also, let them know you love them and care for them, and that you would never try and put them in the middle of anyone. You would never try and, make you come between family or do anything like that. All you want is someone to kind of be by your side, and you're just going to have to explain that to them. So yeah, the last card you have for your past is the Page of Cups. So yeah, I think this difficult person in the Three of Swords, this family member or whoever this is, I'm starting to dislike them now when I'm seeing this card. I don't mean to. Yeah, I think they might have been a little bit overly emotional. They might have wanted people around them to kind of protect them, to rush over and help them. There might have been, I need help here. I need help. Can you come do this? Can you come do that? And people kind of rush to their side. They come and run over and help them. And, they did need some help, but not as much as they were kind of telling people they needed. And this is probably why I was seeing someone taking up a lot of your partner's time, because they're probably saying, can you come and fix this? Can you come do this? Can you come do this for me? Can you come spend, now this is broken, can you fix it? Can you help this for me? Can you do this for me? Can you, and then it becomes ridiculous. Can you go and get that cup over there on that table? Like, it's completely ridiculous. They could do all these things for themselves. Now, I'm not saying nobody should ever help anyone. And I'm not saying that, if this is a family member, you should be horrible and never help them. No, I don't mean that at all. Of course, you always should help other people all the time. You should always be kind, helpful, nice when you can. But this I am seeing is quite a manipulative person and a difficult person. Someone who excludes people, someone who gives you sneaky, sly digs, someone who says things in a subtle way without actually coming out and saying, I don't think this relationship is a very good one for this reason. Of course, no one likes to hear that, but there are ways of saying things to people, and there are ways of doing things. Obviously, saying that isn't going to be very nice either, but I'm not saying everyone should do that. But I'm Aries, I can't think of any other way to say it. But and I probably wouldn't say anything. I'd probably just put up with the person. But if it was, say, if I was old enough to have a son or a daughter who was in a relationship with someone, well, I don't know what I'd be like. I don't know. I might be really protective and hate everyone they go out with. I don't know. Anyway, just ignore me. Just ignore me. I'm going off like crazy. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, I think actually, yeah. Okay, let's get back to the reading. I think your partner might have even been starting to realize that this is what's happening. They might have started to realize this person might be a little bit manipulative. They might be trying to do all these things. They might be trying to blur the truth, blur the lines between what they wanted to happen and what was really happening. They might have been saying, oh dear, I'm so ill, I've got this wrong with me, and it's probably nothing. Or like, oh, this person said that, and it's probably just a tiny little thing that's not so bad. They're over exaggerating, they're overly emotional, they just want lots of attention. And I think this might be the time that this person's starting to wake up. And you might even, I think you might get an apology from your partner for kind of, not that they've done anything wrong, but just kind of apologizing for what you've been through with this person, apologizing for everything that was going on. I am seeing an apologetic love message coming from this person to you. This is really, really nice. This is what I really hoped was going to happen. Not exactly an apology, but that they'd open up and say something really nice to you and let you know that they were on your side. Excuse me, I had a hiccup then. Yeah, but they are going to kind of apologize. They're going to say, oh, I'm really sorry that you've been going through this, and I really didn't want to put you through this, and I just want to apologize, something like that. And, you know, I'm not seeing a great big huge heartfelt apology with flowers and roses and hearts and everything like that. This is just a nice straightforward apology. It's a meaningful apology, which is the best kind. I'd rather have, I'm really, really sorry that happened. I just wanted to apologize. I'd rather have that than, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. Yes. I'm crazy. I don't know what's wrong with me today. The first card you have for your present is the Nine of Wands. So yeah, this card can also be about trying to protect yourself, like I was seeing in the Chariot card. I'm also seeing a lot of strength in this card. I'm seeing that this is about staying strong despite whatever's happening around you. So you might be going through some kind of work problems, I think. I am seeing a lot of work kind of problems around you. You know, you're very good at what you do. You're very capable. So these problems aren't around your abilities or your lack of abilities. I mean, it's not about that. You're very capable. I think this might have something to do with other people and kind of misunderstandings. I'm actually seeing, I'm actually seeing one specific person who I don't think understands your role at work, or that maybe they don't understand what you actually do. But they're kind of a go-between person, if that makes sense. It's like you need to go through them either for their approval, or maybe things have to go through them to be approved, or it's something like that. So I'm just seeing you trying to explain things to them, bits of your job or whatever, and they kind of just look at you blankly, like, oh, you may as well be speaking in another language. I don't know what you're talking about. So of course, nobody should have to know every part of everyone else's job. That's impossible. But the fact that they know nothing at all about your job and everything has to kind of go through them is extremely, extremely frustrating for you. And I can see why that is. I would be so frustrated by that. Because, you know, they're like a barrier between you and being able to achieve what you need to achieve. Just, you know, day-to-day work life, little things. You just want to get things done and out of the road, and you can't because there's this crazy person stuck in your way. And, you know, it's just like the man on this card. He's forming a part of this wall of wands. He's forming a part of the barrier. So this person is like a barrier between you and trying to get what you need to do finished. So I don't know if you can speak to someone above this person or try to find some other way to solve this. I don't think they mean to stand in your way all the time. I just don't think they have a clue about what you do. So you might have to try to think of some way to kind of get around this because it's very, very frustrating. The next card you have for your present is the Eight of Cups. So yes, this might be your way around this. I think you might be thinking about leaving. This man on this card is leaving, so you might be thinking about leaving this workplace. Maybe you've been thinking about this for a while, actually. I can see why you have been, if that's the case. I think, you know, you're waiting. You don't want to just kind of jump into any old thing and end up feeling the same way or worse in the next job. I think you're really taking your time to really think about where you'd like to go from here. You might even be thinking about running your own business, or maybe you've already started something on the side already, because I can see that you have been thinking about this for some time. Yeah, the man on this card's walking away, but he's really hunched over, so he's obviously really unhappy, and he's walking away from what he feels is his unhappiness, but he looks as if he might walk around this hill actually and come back around again. And that's what you don't want. That's what you want to avoid, a repeat of the same thing, the same kind of job, the same kind of problems. I mean, if you start a new job that's similar to this, has the same problems, you might feel fine in the first few months, but then it's going to be the same old thing again. You'll be like, oh, back to here again. You know, so you don't want that to happen. So you're really thinking about how you're going to do this. You're thinking about what you're going to go to. You're really thinking very, very deeply and very carefully about this. A bit like the moon on this card, he looks as if he's thinking very, very seriously about something, and that's what you're doing. If this resonates, you're really doing the right thing by thinking very slowly and very carefully about this. And, meditate on this if this is something that you do. If you need to get a clear head around this, it might help you. Yeah, I think you will get through this. You've had a long time to think about this, and I think you're still going to have a long time to think about this for a while before you really make up your mind on what you want to do. You're hardworking, you're creative, you'll probably make a lot of opportunities for yourself, I'm seeing, because that's what you do, I think, a lot of the time. You're very self-reliant and you're creative, and you kind of come up with new things for yourself. You come up with these new ideas and opportunities. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, the last card you have for your present is a strength. So yeah, again, obviously this is showing me your strength and your self-reliance. You might find a clever way around this person who's in your way in the workplace. You might find a clever way around this until you decide to eventually move on. Because sometimes this card can be about kind of catching flies with honey, that kind of thing. Thinking about inventive ways that you can get around a difficult situation with a person without actually having a great big confrontation. Sometimes it can be about that. So you might think of a clever way to kind of get around this while you're still kind of waiting for this new thing to come along or to decide what you're going to do. And I'm just seeing you really sitting with a lot of things at this time, a lot of things that are going on in your life. You're not taking physical action at this time, but you're just kind of thinking about what you're going to do. You might even be doing a lot of strategizing. I'm seeing that again, until you've actually come up with a really good solution to where you want to go to. You'll probably just try to kind of rise above everything that's going on at this time, anything that's bothering you at this time, until you can kind of sort out what you want to do. Because the woman and the lion on this card are bigger and they're taller than anything in this whole scene. So they're kind of rising above. They're rising above anything that's happening around them. And so you're going to rise above, you're just going to sit quietly at this time. But I think you're really strategizing. You have a lot of plans ready for next year, a lot of huge plans for what you want to do. So the first card you have for your future is the Ace of Wands. So yes, this is the card of action. So, this can be about manifestation sometimes. It can be about creating energy, positive energy around the thing that you want to manifest to kind of make this happen. And I think you're right to think really carefully around what you want to do and how you're going to do this. And you're right to wait for something better to come along, because I think that something better is going to come along, and that's why you're not just jumping into anything. You kind of know that, you have this knowing, and that's what manifestation is. Manifestation is knowing that you're going to do this thing, or that you are already on your way to doing this thing. You know it, and then you can do it. So that's what I'm seeing here. And yeah, this is like a match. This is like a match that's ready to be lit. It's there. It's ready to be lit, and it's going to be lit. But I think that, just thinking about all of these things, contemplating everything and planning everything, and even just imagining yourself in a much happier place, a better place, is going to bring about a lot of your confidence and your enthusiasm. It's going to bring all of that back. And that confidence and that enthusiasm is going to snowball. And it's going to make you feel much happier and more confident. And then when you're happier and you're more confident, you're more likely to manifest what you want. So it's kind of snowballing around. And I'm also seeing a lot of passion around you at this time, which is really nice. So you're going to have some nice times with your partner, which is fantastic. And I'm not going to say any more about that. You know what I'm talking about. The next hope you're not in a car. The next card you have for your future is the Hanged Man. So I'm still seeing your partner apologizing to you. I'm not saying anything. I won't say what I was going to say. So yes, they're apologizing to you. They're going to apologize to you, and they're going to apologize in a short and to the point kind of way, if that makes sense. And I don't think, again, they're not the kind of person who kind of elaborates or uses a lot of flowery language. They just don't, they don't apologize very often either. So I think you'll know that they truly mean it when they do come and apologize to you. It's going to be very beautiful, really nice moment. I'm also seeing, I don't see this very often in this card, I think this person has a surprise for you as well. This man looks as if he's hiding something. He's holding something behind his back. He's also holding back, though, in his thinking. He's putting a lot of thought into what he wants to do. So you might not actually see this surprise for a little while, but don't worry, I think this is coming, and this is something good. This is a surprise coming from them. It's very positive, but they're thinking about how they're going to give you this surprise. This is very, very nice. This is very good. The last card you have for your future is the King of Wands. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. Yeah, this is fantastic. You have so many wands in your future. Yeah, so you're really just going to take action on a lot of different things in the new year. This king he's dying to get up and go. He's dying for this new year to start. He's dying for it all to happen so he can get started and get all this stuff happening that he wants to do, that he's kind of planning. But he has to think carefully. It's not the new year yet, so he has to kind of wait. So I'm actually seeing you doing something around your work in the new year, and this is going to involve helping people. And this is going to be around a business, and this is either going to be a business that's your own business, which is very exciting if it is, and I was also seeing that in the Eight of Cups, or it's going to be someone else's business. But this is something that's very small. This is a small business, and I'm getting a family feel around this as well. So it's either a family business, or the atmosphere of your workplace is going to feel like a family. It's very, very nice, very welcoming. And you might already help people in some way through your work. But I think whatever this is going to help you to really expand on this, take it further. So it's going to go up to another level, and you're going to be very, very satisfied with what this is. And I think this opportunity might come to you through someone you already know. And I keep on getting a very familiar, very friendly, family kind of feeling around this. So this person might be a friend of the family, or they might be a member of your family, or they might be someone who's very close to your family. It might be something like that, someone like that, and they're going to come and bring you this opportunity. So yeah, if this is what you've been waiting for, and I think it probably is, this will definitely be worth the wait. And don't worry about missing out on this opportunity either. Don't think, oh, if I don't watch out for this, I won't see it. You'll see it, because I think this will come to and find you. I think this person is actually going to come up to you and stop you and talk to you and say, I've got this great opportunity, and they're going to talk to you about it.